I'm going to share with you some of the ways to stay sick and unhealthy. All right, you ready, guys? Number one. You ready? Take advice from a sick person about health. That's number one. So number one, to stay sick and unhealthy is to take advice, health advice, from somebody that's sick and unhealthy. So if you're asking for advice from somebody who's sick and unhealthy, that's one of the ways to stay sick and unhealthy, is asking for advice from people who are not qualified. People who are not qualified, that's one of the ways to stay sick and unhealthy. Go ask advice from somebody who's sick and unhealthy. All right. Number two, pick a spouse who doesn't support you. All right, let's talk about it. Pick a spouse. Someone you will be married to, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, somebody who doesn't support you. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you want to go on a health kick. You want to get your health back. You want to be healthy. You want to get off medication. And you know, you're dating or you're married to somebody and they're not interested in that health stuff. I don't, just keep making my French fries and my steak and eggs and my fufu and all of that. I don't want none of that bird food, you know. So you're trying to change and get healthy, and you're with somebody who doesn't support you. That's the way to stay sick and unhealthy, being around somebody who doesn't manifest or resonate where you're going. So you're basically compromising your spirit to stay in a relationship that's where you're not getting support. That's number two on how you're going to stay sick and unhealthy. All right, somebody wrote something. Somebody said, greetings. Greetings. Why do you need to? Dualism. For me, health is much more than just eating good and exercising. Many people should. It's important. Let me tell you, as somebody who's been in the industry for 30 years and have watched people die, I work with people with cancer. And if you've been in the medical industry before, then please, hey, chime in. But if you haven't been in the medical industry and you're giving advice, I'll take advice from anybody who has helped somebody live their best version, who has helped somebody get off medication. Now, we could go by your emotions, and emotions are cute, but emotions at this particular point is not saving people. People's emotions are what's killing them. People have trauma from childhood, and a lot of people are emotional eating. And a lot of times when we live in a world where we appease energy and we want to appease people and tell people good things, but in life, you got to eat the sweets with the sour. Life is not always a bowl of cherries. And the thing about it is that you have to get uncomfortable to be comfortable. We live in a world of appeasing people and telling people what they want to hear, even if it's not true. There's people in your life that basically are going to tell you things to get things from you, to manipulate the situation. They don't have your interests at heart, but they're only with you for what they can get from you. Because once the situation runs out and your money runs out and you stop buying people drinks at the club and you stop doing certain things, those so-called friends will not be around you. So I'm not here to tell you things that you want to hear. I'm here to tell you the truth. And I got to tell you that the truth hurts. And a lot of people are not used to hearing the truth because you're around people to appease you. That's why you're sick. You're sick because nobody wants to tell you the truth because they're too scared of what they are going to lose if they tell you the truth. Okay. So it's not about harping on anything negative. It's about harping on the truth. It's the truth. Now, I've been on the planet for 56 years. 56 years. I've been in the fitness industry for well over 30 years. I have helped the clients that listen. Now, I've had clients that come my way and they didn't change. They did not change. I'm not going to lie to you. You know why they didn't change? They did not change because they kept the same thing and expecting different results. There's people who are going to hire me and have hired me and basically did not do what they were supposed to do. So you know what happens to them? They didn't change because they didn't put in the work. See, faith without works is dead. Let me say it again to the people in the back room. Faith without works is dead. So you can have faith and believe or whatever, but if you're not putting the work in, then it's dead. If you're doing the same thing and expecting different outcomes, that's insanity. And if you're around people that are just kissing your ass, that's making you feel good because they want something from you, these people will say anything to stay. Now, if you got a great job, you got a nice car, you the life of the party, you buy everybody drinks. People don't want to burn that bridge because they want the freebie from you. So they're going to stay around you, say what you want, what they think you want them to say, and they're gonna say what they think that, so they can stay in and get their free stuff from you. Run out of some money. When your money run out, this is when you know who your real friends are that got your back. When your money run out, when your fancy clothes, disappear, that's when you know who's got your back. Not everybody that say that your friend is your friend. Not everybody that say that your friend is your friend. And as far as love, love is work. Love is not just about sleeping with somebody, because I'm 56 and I can tell you, one of the successful things about relationships is once the honeymoon stage is over. When you're young or you're meeting somebody in the beginning stages, the relationship, because you're overwhelmed with the infatuation of the physical world. But once that wears away and everything wears away, the physical, we're not always going to look like this. As you get older, the body changes. You're not as cute as you was in your 20s. This is where the real work comes in, where you can realize if somebody loves you or not. I got to say, in my 50s, I got to say a lot of my friends that, due to the pandemic and just being in close quarters with their partner, I could say 60% of my friends got a divorce. 60% in the pandemic got divorces. The other 30 had been cheating on their partner, and it just being in close proximity just revealed everything. So love is work. Love is not like a fantasy where, I love and everything is going to work out. No, there's times with love where you're going to have to put the work in. You're going to agree to disagree. And that's real love. That's working. Anything that you want, you're going to have to work hard for it. It's not going to be given to you. Nothing is given to you. So it comes with your weight. So about it. How to stay sick and unhealthy. How to stay that way. Because at the end of the day, what you should be doing, what I'm saying, you should be doing the opposite of if I'm labeling how to stay sick and unhealthy, you should be saying, okay, number one, she's saying, take advice from sick people about health. You should be doing the opposite. So if you're taking advice from sick people and they're telling you, or somebody overweight, and somebody overweight is telling you how to be fit, you should be doing the opposite. You should be taking advice from somebody who's fit, so you can get fit. But if you're taking advice from people who are sick on how to get healthy, that's a contradiction. It's an oxymoron. It cancels it out. There's no way you're ever going to get healthy from taking advice from sick people. It's never going to work. And a lot of you guys do that. A lot of you guys take advice from, if you look at somebody, it's like going to a dentist with bad teeth. Like if you go to a dentist and he got bad teeth, why would you spend your money on going to that dentist when their product is not even working for them? Now, I'm a fitness trainer, right? Look at that. Now, if I was overweight and I was giving you fitness advice, you would laugh in my face and say, how is she giving fitness advice? She's so fat. Yeah, you would say it. Oh my gosh, she's so overweight. I look better than her. You know you would say it, because I hear people say it all the time about other trainers that are overweight. So I'm practicing what I preach, and I can speak it because I live it. I live it. So I can say this because you know why? This didn't come from being around people who were sick. It came from being around people who could help me get healthy. Also, going to the gym and exercising and showing a sense of discipline, what goes into my mouth and what goes into my body, and also showing discipline and positivity towards going to the gym and exercising 4 times a week. It didn't come from me sitting on my backside talking to people who were sick and unhealthy and me trying to get healthy. It came from putting blood, sweat, and tears in it. So let's talk about it. Here's another one. How to stay sick and unhealthy. Now you know you should be doing the opposite. All right, here we go. It's a lot. Focusing on your lack of resources. Focusing on your lack. Now, here's how this sounds. Oh, I don't have money to join the gym. It's New Year's resolution, but I want to get fit, but I don't have money to join the gym. So first and foremost, what came out your mouth is what you don't have. You did not focus on what you do have. By the grace of God goes I. You have, if you could go to the park and exercise. You could go walk around the block. It don't cost you no money. You don't have to join a gym to be healthy. You could go out to the park, do some push-ups. You could do it in your house. You could work out in the bathroom. You could work out in your living room. You could work out in your bedroom. You could work out outside, walk around the block. You could go to the park. You could go anywhere, but you know what a lot of you guys do? You focus on the negativity, what you don't have. So what happens when you do that, it gives you a pass of not doing anything at all, because what can I do? I don't have money for a gym. So you run around saying what you don't have, so it makes you feel good about yourself, so you don't have to put the work in. Sabotage. You just sabotage yourself because you focus on the negativity. You didn't focus on the creativity. Create that. Create it. It's out there. You have a park. You have anywhere you could do push-ups in the street. So that's it. A lot of you guys focus on lack of resource. That's why you're in a situation you're in. That's why you're unhealthy, and that's why you're sick. Okay? Listen. All right, this is a big one. Woo! Man, it's getting hot in here. Woo! It's getting it's getting hot in here. This is a big one that a lot of you guys do. A lot of you guys do it. You ready? Press 1 if you're ready. Click 1 if you're ready. Click 1 if you're ready for this, because this is for grown folks. You can't be weak at heart to hear this conversation. All right, come on. Click 1. Click 1. Click 1 if you're ready for it. Click 1. This is a grown folks conversation. Click 1. All right, I'm waiting. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Click 1. Click 1. Come on now. The devil is a liar. Click 1. I'm a tell the truth and shame the devil. And all of you guys that are sitting around here making excuses, this is for you. So in your darkest moments, I'm going to shine in the light. I'm going to shine bright like a diamond. And and the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar, because I'm about to blow this whole spot up. All right, here it is. This is a big one that I get as a trainer. Ugh. Expecting somebody to save you. Ooh, no, she didn't say that. Ooh, she said it? Girl, I didn't want nobody to know my dark secret. I'm waiting for somebody to save me. Expecting somebody to save you. All right, here's how that look. You're waiting for that Prince Charming. You're waiting for somebody to save you. You're waiting for somebody to save you. You're waiting for the doctor to save you with the medication. Ooh, I'm so sick. The diabetes, it got me. The diabetes, it got me. But you know that refined sugar, and a lot of you, all of you, Google, thank God for Google, are not stupid. You're not stupid. I'm not talking to stupid people. I'm talking to very intelligent people. You could Google to get the latest dances. You could Google to get the latest clubs. You could Google to get the latest hairstyle. You could Google to get the latest nail polish. You could Google to get the latest fashion statements. You could Google to get the Gucci bag. You could do all of this, but you can't Google information to get your health right. But you could do all of that and look cute. But you waiting for somebody to save you. So you sitting around getting sicker and sicker with a Gucci outfit on. Got Dolce & Gabbana. You got Prada. You got everything but your health. Everything but your health. But you look cute. But you don't have your health. Health is wealth. So you run around here faking the funk. Spending money you ain't got. To prove things to people that you all of that in a bag of corn chips, and then you sick as a dog. Your insides, you got cancer, you got diabetes, but you got a cute little outfit on to cover up the superficial stuff, but you're not dealing with the reality that you're fat, that you're overweight, that obesity could lead to diabetes, hypertension, but you're so preoccupied with the superficial that you don't take your life serious. But you want other people to take you serious. You want people to respect you, but you don't respect yourself. You don't even invest in yourself. and you want somebody to love you, but you don't love yourself. So you asking for something that you're not even giving yourself. And then you wonder why you sick in an abusive relationship. Whoo, she didn't say that. Ooh, did she say that? Ooh, she didn't. Did she say that? I know she talking about me. Ooh, I know. Did she know me? I know you because I know your story. A lot of you guys' story is not original. All of you, a majority, 99.9% of the people on this app are faking with filters. Bunch of filters showing a car that's not theirs. They standing by a car that's either rented or they standing by a car with an outfit that they didn't pay their rent. But they got a cute outfit on, Dolce & Gabbana outfit on with the bling bling, and they got a car that's not even theirs. It's rented by a big house. It's all fake. It's all fake, and it's filters. It's filters. So they got the bling bling and everything, and you guys ate it up like candy. It's shame on you that you drank the. There was a Jamestown, like a cult in Guyana, and this guy was a minister, and he actually, James, what's his name? You guys, it's a cult. It was a cult, and it's easy to do cults now because you guys are easily like sheep. You see somebody wear a cute outfit and you think they got money. Look, they got a nice car. The car may be rented. You don't know, but you buy into superficial stuff. You never look at the hood of the car. You never pick up the car and look at under the hood of the car. You only look at the outside of the car. That's why you end up getting got. And a lot of you guys, why you're so sick and unhealthy is because you don't invest in yourself. You're so superficial that you only go with what you see with these eyes. And you get scammed. That's why you're sick and unhealthy, because you're not invested in yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. I would never date somebody who doesn't take care of themselves. I would never take that person serious, because if you don't invest in yourself and your health, you can't help me, because you can't help yourself. You basically, when people are walking around, they're showing you who they are. And a lot of times, based on deception, we will go with the superficial that, oh, they got money. They got this. Why? Because they're wearing a Rolex watch that's probably not theirs, or they're driving this car and they got these expensive jeans on, and the girl got the hair that may be a wig and the nails and the eyelashes, and she got the thin waist and the big behind. It's all fake and superficial. And as one gets older, if she gets older and she should live a long time, she's not going to look like that in her 50s. This is superficial. But the money that you spend on being fake, you can invest in your health. But no. You don't want to do that. No. That's too much of doing the right thing. That's too much of loving yourself. Yeah, and basically what it says to me, I don't want to love myself. I want to be fake. I want the filters. I want the fake hair. I want to go to the clubs. I want to do the Cristal. I just want to be fake and, fake it till I make it. And and the bottom line is that so many people in the community have diabetes. So many, I can't tell you how many times I go to, and I deal with cancer patients, and I see a lot of them stage 4 cancer that's transitioning. And they did all of that. Everything that you guys are doing has been done before. None of this stuff is new. It's all old. They've been doing it since the beginning of time, getting high and going out spending money to impress other people. And in the end, a lot of people die alone. They die alone and unhealthy and sick. They die of dis-ease that could have been reversed if they would have made better choices and invested in themselves. But you know what? Here's what they did. They hung around sick people. They asked for advice, health advice from sick people. So, birds of a feather flock together. To thyself be true. So a lot of times you guys are sick because you haven't invested in yourself. You're hanging around people who can't help you. You're in a relationship that's toxic. The person is not interested in what you're about to engage in, which is take care of your health. And at the end of the day, you don't have faith in yourself. That's pretty much it, to sum it up in a nutshell. So the reason why the majority of people stay sick and unhealthy is because that's their mental state. That's their mindset. They don't see past their sickness, so they stay sick because it's their choice to stay sick. And so I respect people's choices. My message is for those people. Many are called, but the chosen a few. My message and my work is for those people who want to live a healthy existence on this planet. And this message is not for everybody, because there are people on the planet that's okay with being sick. That don't have a problem with it. You know why? Because you're going to die of something anyway. Or you know why? My grandmother did it and my grandfather did it, and they lived a long time, to 110. Then when you roll down, when you lift up the hood of the car, and you'll see that the person's grandmother did live or grandfather did live, but they didn't live a good quality of life. What happens the last 30 years of their life, they was bedridden. They had bed sores. They lived to be 100, but the last 30 years of their life, due to their consumption of eating processed fake food and a lot of meat, they lived the last 30 years of their life sitting in a chair, a wheelchair, or being hooked up to a respirator. So they lived the 30 years, but the quality of life was not worthy of even saying that you're living. It was like they were close to death than anything. So a lot of times when people say, oh, well, my so-and-so lived a long time, what was the quality of their life? Oh, well, they just sat around because, they was in a resuscitate. They was getting oxygen through a tank, and we had to send them to the hospital, and they just sat in their bed and got bed sores. But they spent 30 years, they watched TV for 30 years. So who wants to, like, I'm 56. I don't want to spend the next 30 years of my life, if I'm 70, being hooked up to an oxygen tank and watching TV all day and sitting around. Somebody got to take me to the bathroom. I can't get up and go to the bathroom myself. I need a home attendant. Is that really living? Or are you just barely making it until it's not a good quality of life? So you could say that, and yeah, you're going to die of something, but some people are already dead. So this is a call to action. This is, if you are listening to this, and I'm going to leave the replay, if you are one of those people, and please don't be sensitive, this conversation can save your life, because I know a lot of you guys don't have friends that have this conversation. You have friends that talk about what we're going to do on Friday night, who's getting laid, where, and he's cute, and he got the six-pack, and he got this, and she got a nice body. That gets tired after a while. It fades like the weather. It's only you have a window opportunity when you're in your 20s to play that game. But if you're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s and you still playing that game like you're in your 20s, shame on you. Shame on you. Because what you're doing is teaching the youth how to stay sick and unhealthy. You're not invested in yourself. You're running out there doing God knows what. I can understand if you're 20, but if you're in your 30s and 40s, you still run around at the clubs talking about Cristal and wearing a mini skirt and carrying on and getting drunk at the clubs, passing out, and just doing all kind of stuff that's questionable as a mature adult. Children are looking for elders, they're looking for a mentor. As a woman who's 56, yes, I am 56, going through menopause, it is my responsibility as an older woman to hold the torch, to be part of the solution, not part of the problem, to make sure that the children have somebody they can call, auntie, I need to talk to you. I need some help. That time for me has come and gone, going to the clubs. It's cute. I dance and I enjoy it, but I don't drink alcohol. I've been clean 17 years. Don't smoke marijuana. Stop that. And I've cut down on a lot of stuff, eating meat. I've raw vegan lifestyle, and I've been celibate for over 12 years. Discipline. And that's what the children need, because right now there's so much chaos in the world. They need a beacon of light. That's where we come in, as somebody who is mature, to guide them. Now, they don't have to come from your womb, but you are a mother spirit, and there's a lot of us out here that need to step into our purpose. And as somebody who uses food and movement to heal and to help my community, and when I say community, I mean global community, I'm going to continue down this trajectory, and I'm going to continue to speak this, because my intentions is to heal everybody that comes into my life, everybody that meets me, to heal each person with fruits, vegetables, seeds, and nuts uncooked, to be vegetarian. Stop killing animals, to remove the spirit of killing. Life energy in a living body. So I don't need dead food, because this body is alive. There's living enzymes in my body. I do not eat dead food because I'm not dead. Every cell of my body resonates with life energy in it. There's God in this body. There's living. I do not eat dead anything. No animals, no bloodshed. I do not shed blood for me to eat. I only eat what's in the Garden of Eden. Fruits, vegetables, seeds, and nuts. That's it. All right, somebody wrote something. Yeah, sister. Hey, I never went to a club. I'm from New York City. I also never had an auntie to talk to. Wishing all the youth everywhere the best. Same with me, love. I grew up in the hood. I grew up where crack was all over the place. I had to step over dead bodies to get to school if you grew up in New York, I grew up in Brooklyn when people were shooting up dope. I've watched people overdose due to their own choices. So I'm coming from the school of hard knocks. It's a hard knock life. And if you guys are not ready for the truth, and I don't sugarcoat the truth. I tell it to you. I tell it to you straight with no chaser. Because telling it to you guys nicely, you don't listen. So when auntie comes to you on some real, mama coming to you real. I'm not trying to play games. Life is too short. We don't have time for games. So I grew up in the school of hard knocks too. I grew up when crack was around. I grew up when people were shooting up junkies. I've seen pimps. I've seen beautiful women prostitute themselves. And I'm watching it again right now where women are prostituting themselves on videos. They're doing all of this behavior patterns. And at the end of the day, a lot of those girls that were prostitutes end up overdosing on drugs, shooting up dead in the alley. Or the bottom line is that they were so used up, their uterus was so used up that they couldn't even have children. And a lot of them end up unlifing themselves because of depression. So that lifestyle is not conducive as you get older to anything worthy. It's a trap, and it's using human trafficking. That kids are missing every day. Every day there's a girl missing, there's a boy missing, they're gone. Can't find them. They're gone. We don't talk about human trafficking and all the human bodies and all the children that's being used for adult entertainment. They're being snatched. But every time we support these videos that got these kids twerking, even little kids, and on the video, I can't tell you how many times I watched, even on this app where I see little kids with diapers twerking. I personally don't think it's cute. I find it disturbing because we have people who get off on watching children. We have some sick people in the world. And I would not want my kid on social media. I would even want my child videotaped. I don't want anything with my child as being exposed to the public like that, because we're dealing with some people who are not mentally stable. It's the truth. So I personally am here to assist the process of healing. Now, I do it with food. A lot of you guys have asked me, well, what is it that she do? What is it that she do? What is it that she do? Well, I'm going to tell you what I do. I am someone who use movement and food as medicine. I am someone who helps people as far as their mental state, because a lot of people are eating out of emotions. There's some people, and I can't tell you, have been traumatized from childhood, have been touched by adults, and it's a lot going on, and these people end up traumatizing children. So what happens is that with movement and food, it will help you heal the body, but also trauma comes out. So when a lot of times from my experience, I've dealt with women who are overweight, right? I had this one client, she was overweight, and she started losing the weight, and she remembered that her father used to touch her, that her father used to come in her room and touch her, and she used food to block and to not be attractive. That's what she was doing. So if she was overweight, nobody would touch her or check for her. So at the end of the day, and she was drowning out her emotions from all of that pain of being traumatized. And it's not until I started working with her and she started to, feel comfortable and lose the weight that she had to go to therapy, because she still was having an out-of-body experience of that trauma was coming up from her childhood. So a lot of times when people have the weight, it's emotional eating because they're trying to numb out. And food is like a drug. And we don't take into consideration people's mental state. Even here on this app, I get a lot of people, and I love you guys, that want more that I can give, and I'm not willing to put myself in a position like that. That's why I have a person who's a therapist on staff. I do the body and the food, and I have somebody that does the mind. There's a lot of people who are, and they look good in a suit. They're wearing a Gucci. They got the fancy car. But behind all of that, when you strip the layers, there's a child that was traumatized. And it's also, if you have to do all of that to get friends, and you have to buy clothes, and you have to look, if you have to buy all that just to get friends, they're not your friends anyway. They're with you for what they can get from you or what you have or your superficial image. Once you lose all of that, are those people still your friends? Will they be around you when everything is gone? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us have a tendency, we don't own anything. We don't have investment in land. We don't own anything. We don't own companies. Everything that we own is on our back. So you like a baller shot caller, but you can't pay your rent. You know what I mean? You can't pay your rent, but you got expensive sneakers on, and you got a fancy car. You practically living in your car. But you got a nice car, so when a girl see you, she said, "Oh my God, look, oh my God." And you make up these stories when you see these people with driving a car. You don't know their story. You don't know. It may not even be their car. So ask better questions, vet everybody, and it's an illusion. Everything that you see is not real. Trust me. It's not, things are not always what you think it is. And take that and use that. But anyway, I will be offering 30-minute consultation, complimentary on me. This is my way of, for the new people that's in this room, that's just meeting me. Now listen, I'm going to tell you, I'm not for everybody. Ooh, she's not for everybody. No, I'm not for everybody. So if you're very sensitive where you can't take the truth, or you're that type of person where you're going to fall if somebody help you, and you can't take it because your ego is so shattered, then I'm not for you. Then don't book the call. Don't book the call, because you're going to be hurting. Because I got to strip the emotion. I got to get in your head first before I can get to your body. So I'm going to be probing in your head. So I'm going to get to the head. Here's how I work. I get to the head to see where you're at, what's happening to you. If you are taking medication, if you have any illnesses, I need to probe you. The fish rots from the head. So how I work is that I get in your head. I need to see what your story is, because your story dictates your body and why you're eating what you're eating. It's out of emotions. It could be out of cultural, people are from Africa. It could be cultural connection to your culture. You eat that kind of food, but we need to talk about the why. But each one of you guys have a story, and I am an investigator. I'm here to crack the code, to get into your head, to investigate your story, so I could actually give you better choices and swap off what you're eating. I'm not going to take everything away. Swap off and substitute, so you can live a healthier, happier life and remove a lot of the toxins that you're putting in your body. Also, the toxins that you're putting in your mind, and the toxins that's coming out of your mouth as a conversation. And that's what I offer. So if anybody wants the 30-minute consultation and you have enough kahunas, listen, like I said, I'm not for everybody. And you have enough balls to deal with the truth, because like I said, some people can't take the truth. They like when you lie to them. But I'm not going to lie to you. So if you could take the truth, are you ready to take your life to the next level of healing? Then I'm your girl. In fact, I will be your accountability partner, and I will be holding you and pulling you out of that barrel. It's not like crabs in a barrel where you got people that's your so-called friends that's pulling you down because they want you to stay with them. I'm the one that's over in the barrel, pulling you out of the barrel. But you got your so-called friends pulling you down. So I'm going to pull you out. But you got to be ready for the truth, because the truth hurts. but the truth will set you free. All right, guys. So I love you guys. Interested in the 30-minute consultation? I will be doing this until December. Just DM me the word fitness and capital. Let's see who's going to listen. All right. Now, here you go. This is a thing in listening. So if anybody's interested in the 30-minute consultation, which is complimentary, DM me in capital letters, fitness, capital.